Montreal Canadiens. Our guest right now, the head coach of the Penguins, Scotty Bowman. And Scotty, I want to look the overview again. We have done it at the 1/4 point, halfway, and now 3/4 of the season. Your view of the team, and the last quarter was an awfully tough one, I think, for you.
Well, you know, we compounded it certainly with the situation with Mario missing, you know, his games, and then we all got surprised, as you know, by the suspension of Jaromir Jagr. Boy, that was two big holes to, you know, to fill. It's so difficult to fill offensive holes; it's just impossible. And we were in a lot of the games. We often think we were snake bitten in some, you know, losing a game to Los Angeles late in the game, and some other third periods where we were right there to pick up a point or two. And certainly with the resurgence of Philadelphia and New York Islanders, we did lose a lot of ground.
Scotty, I want to talk about the trade, and you probably more than anybody will probably have a little different view than what most of us do, and I'd like to get your thoughts on it. Most people think the penalty killing will improve defensively, but in your mind and some of the things that went through your mind in making this the deals that we made with the two teams.
Well, as you know, we are a very strong offensive club, and I think it showed when we were missing Jaromir and Mario. It's difficult to fill holes of that nature. And I think maybe for balance on the club, we're always hoping that you always hope you score enough goals. We were continually trying to harp on the fact that we were first or second in offense most of the season, yet we couldn't get above better than 17th overall defensively. And it's a combination. You're right. It's penalty killing. It's shorthanded goals. It's the ability to play in close, tight quarters. And you know, we've got a lot of good role players on this team, I think, that have done the role. And maybe now we'll even get more out of those type of players, because when everybody's scoring goals, it's great, but also somebody has to stop the other team when they're trying to score. And you know, you've got two games, one with the puck. We've never had a real problem with that kind of a game. Without the puck, we have had a problem, and that's what we've been trying to shore up.
Scotty, do the deals have anything to do with the fact that the Patrick division has improved that much more, and you're maybe looking ahead to the playoff competition where the teams are a little bigger and stronger?
Well, we're looking ahead, I guess, to the next quarter. But certainly, Mike, when you look at the improvement of the teams in our division, the three big contenders right now, the Capitals maybe didn't make a lot of personnel changes, but they've got some great hockey out of the Europeans early, like the Bondras and Kristich and Pavankas, and their defense is very solid. The New Jersey Devils picking up Scott Stevens has really turned that team around, and certainly the Rangers made enough moves, probably more than all the teams in the Patrick division, to really be a solid team. So we won the Cup last year with a lineup. It would have been good to go through again, and you know, you could second guess and say, well, why didn't they try to go all the way through? But I thought we were kind of stumbling, and we had to do something. I just feel that we've given up some youth. There's no question about that. We feel we have some young players, but if you look at the Pittsburgh Penguins, you look at Mario Lemieux, and if the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to win some cups in the next few years, it's going to be with Mario. And I think Craig did the right thing to think about, look, we're close. We're probably one of maybe 8 or 10 teams that have a legitimate chance to win the cup like it was a year ago. And you know, you have to shore up when you can, and I feel the players we brought in have a lot of playoff experience, and they've been through it.
And Scotty, you'll have the opportunity, we have about a half a minute to even experiment a little bit with those guys, the final 20 games, to use them as you want to use them.
Well, it maybe would have been better to have more time. We're just hoping that they could mesh in. It's not a bunch of players, although Jeff Chychrun came in from Los Angeles. He has been a Philadelphia Flyer most of his career, so we have picked up 4 players from one team. It might have been a little more difficult, at least I hope so, had they all come from different teams, but you know, there's some familiarity. Chychrun's a right defenseman, Shel Samuelson is a right defenseman, and Rick Tockett's a right wing, so they'll be on the ice a lot together.
All right, Scotty, thanks for taking the time being with us, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, Scotty Bowman, our special guest. More from the Forum in Montreal in just a moment on the Penguins Hockey Network.